There was a video on YouTube I was searching for. You know, I didn't want anyone to know what that video was. I opened an incognito tab. I didn't want that video to show up on my algorithm or to influence other videos like it. You know, something very private and personal to me. And, you know, I look it up like a few times a week. Sometimes when I'm at work. You know, it's not something I want people to know about. Or my algorithm to know about. You know, I typed it in the other day, and the video did not come up, Duke.
What video was it?
What's your guess?
I don't even know, man. I'm scared to answer.
What do you think it was? Well, I'll tell you. It was Icewind Dale Mix. And see, I type enter and it still won't come up. Something has changed in the YouTube algorithm. Something has gone wrong. I think I have to type in now Baldur's Gate.
Oh, good lord.
Damn,
I don't
man.
I don't know if you've been aware of what's been happening with YouTube these past couple of months with them fighting all these different ad blockers and like the apparent rumors that's been going around in the net, like on Reddit and all these other tech forums.
I can't find it. Oh, here it is. It used to be the first result when I typed that in, and now it's like all the way down here for some reason. And I typed it in like 2 days prior. Look at this. I like this. It's like fantasy music. No, I didn't get shadow banned. I did it on my phone. I did it on a private browser. I did it on this account over here. This is a very lovely, calming music that I listen to. I never really played these games or know where they're from, but it's a very good playlist. Anyway, YouTube has changed. I don't know what's going on. Something weird's happening.
There's a lot of weird things happening with YouTube right now, bro. Have you been keeping up?
Not really. I just noticed this and I mentioned it to you the other day and I was like, I don't know. What's going on?
Listen, man. They are having a war with the ad blockers, apparently.
Right.
And they're blaming each other.
Oh, they're blaming each other?
No, you're responsible for this. Yeah, they're blaming each other. So what they were saying is that, guys, I got to take a step back. We're live, correct, guys?
No, we're not live.
Oh, I thought we was live. I was about to
we're
do a
live.
whole bit. We are live?
Sometimes we are. Not all the time.
Oh my God. I don't know if I'm alive or not then. I'm probably dead inside.
Yeah, you're probably
dead. Listen, guys, there's something very, very scary that's happening. And we got to take a step back because this is like the conspiracy side of things. I need you to put a tinfoil hat on. And I have no dog in this fight.
Hold on, let me mute you. You're muted. You've been silenced by the YouTube guy. I'm kidding.
The YouTube cops are watching everything. They're making profiles of certain individuals that look for extremist labeled content, you know? And
so like people modding Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite, those kind of people?
Oh, good lord, no. No, they're safe.
Oh, God damn it.
They're safe. You know, those people are safe, you know? It's the other ones, you know?
The Marvel vs. Capcom 3 modders.
No.
What kind of extremist content are you talking about?
You know, it's all this super extreme right-wing, super extreme left-wing content, you know? All this political nonsense. And they are labeling people. They have come forward and spoken about it. Oh, I don't know.
Give me a label.
That's a good question.
Give me a label.
Schizo.
Schizo. What did I do to deserve that one?
They probably think I'm a white supremacist because I keep looking up all these KKK videos and stuff, trying to figure out the history.
Oh my God. You and your wizardry.
Wizardry? Holy shit. Holy shit, bro.
Look, man. If I want some wizardry, I listen to this. Baldur's Gate, Icewind Dale, Neverwinter Nights soundtrack. I don't go around looking for dudes in hoods, poking holes through them.
The original boys in the hood, as they claim. Oh, good Lord. Oh, Lord, forgive me, please.
We're already off track. We're already so off base.
We're not live, right?
What are we doing? Yeah, we are. This is going out. Live? This is going out to the people.
Oh, good Lord, guys. Well, this is the reality. What's happening right now? Because I want to take it serious now. I know we went on a whole bit on a tangent, but what's happening right now is on YouTube is that apparently when this whole I want to be careful with my words right now. When the whole attack happened on October 7th.
Can I stop you for like a moment? Is this going to affect the users, or is this affecting content creators?
Well, this is affecting everyone right now.
Okay.
Because what they're essentially saying is that when the attack happened, there are certain, like when the attack happened on October 7th, I'm not saying who did what. Let's make that very clear, guys. Because like I said, I have no dog in this fight. I'm not picking a side. I don't want to hear none of that. Pick this side, pick that side. No, like I am neutral. Let's make that very clear. When the event happened, there were certain people noticing that there was very aggressive ad-like content that was being presented to them pertaining to their religious affiliation. Some people took note of this, and there were other people that didn't have any religious affiliation to either group, but they were noticing because of the content that they were viewing, there were certain ads that were starting to pick up. So what are people theoretically saying? And there's some people that have looked into the code. I haven't seen the code myself. Let's make this very clear, guys. Well, what some of them are saying is that apparently there is an algorithm that's being fine-tuned to everybody that's on YouTube right now. So everything that you're clicking, regardless if you're watching a rap video, regardless if you're looking up your little political news or
your Baldur's Gate.
Your Baldur's Gate, yeah, like they already are creating a profile for you. That's why you're getting certain advertisement. But what makes this even more scarier? No, what makes this even more scarier now is that the people who are watching conspiracy videos or videos pertaining to history, alternative history, science, alternative sciences, like these vague labeling, they are creating profiles of them and they're being labeled extremists or peoples of interest.
So if, let's say you find flat earth videos hilarious, you're going to get labeled now for watching them?
You're going to get labeled. Yeah, you're going to get labeled for that. Yeah, and like this is no bullshit. A lot of people think this is a joke. No, like this is what's happening right now. Like they're monitoring everyone. Like this is not a joke. They've said this. You know, the White House has come forward and said this. All right?
The problem with this, and I think this, like, even though I meme, this Baldur's Gate example really kind of emphasizes like a problem here. Like a video I could easily find before, I have to now add additional context and I have to scroll way down to where I was to find it. And this problem doesn't affect just like political stuff or like conspiracy stuff. It affects everyone who's going to be like searching for stuff or trying to find stuff. And I'm not saying like maybe the video I wanted is supposed to come up. Like Icewind Dale is only one part of the video, right? It's like it's like a whole bunch of other games, right? So maybe the search algorithm is better now because it's not showing me this video, but I don't know what the context is exactly. But this happened years ago. I want to say maybe like almost a decade now, where Google over time has been changing their search algorithm and making it harder.
They've also been doing the same thing.
Yeah, making it very hard to find stuff. And if you're like an artist, or if you like do your own personal research for stuff, like it's not just political or like it's just basic raw information, like programming information, art information, history, like all these things become harder and harder to find. And slowly, like, there's the dead internet theory where people are saying like before the internet was like a whole bunch of pages you can go to, like beginning of the internet, it was like a whole list of like directories. Like you'd go to one web page and they just have like a list of pages you could go to, like, oh, this page talks about this page talks about that, blah blah, and you'd get like a tree of links like going to different places. And now everyone kind of goes to the same place. All the traffic is going to the same place: YouTube, Facebook, and a handful of other sites like Netflix. Like everything is condensing and kind of pulling into these big mega corporations, these big mega data centers, and we're all like just all in the same place, getting the same information. And it's hard to find certain things. Even as an artist myself, it's hard to find good stuff. So it's not just a political kind of problem.
A lot of that happens to be the fault of what happened as a result of COVID 2019. You know, everything that happened in 2020, all the riots and everything. To my understanding, there was
protests?
Yeah, the protests and everything. Yeah, I mean, you can't say riots now, you know, but we know what happened. But that's besides the point. There was a tech article speaking about how Google was changing the search algorithm because they were saying that people were finding problematic information on the internet. So what people are predicting is that during COVID-19, there was a wipeout of information on the internet. And there's proof to this because this is why the Wayback Machine is so important now. And people are now finding some of these archives and some of these URLs of websites that used to exist and they don't exist anymore. In terms of what the information is,
that's the only way in the future. That's the only way you're going to find pictures of Brie Larson's feet. That's the only way. The Wayback Machine. We have to preserve the Wayback Machine.
Well,
make sure them grippers are available for everyone.
No, I know you're meme, but like, this is the reality. They didn't like that people were presenting so many different alternative facts that were going against the news narrative. So they did a whole wipeout. There's a lot of videos that disappeared overnight from YouTube. There's a lot of information that disappeared. You know, a lot of Twitter threads. They're saying it. This is throughout all media platforms. You know, even your little kid's website got cleaned up. You know. They got a full cleanup. They just don't want to admit it. There are tech people who have spoken about that. They've looking at the HTML code. They've seen the changes and so forth.
People are saying that Google Chrome has been slowing down for them too.
A lot of that has to do with, I think, the ad blockers and what people are using. So there was another story about YouTube creating a line of code that was fighting certain ad blockers. And if they would detect it on their website, a black screen would pop up saying that you had 5 videos left, you know, unless you've removed the ad blocker and you allow the ads to run, obviously. You know, but then obviously the ad blockers themselves, you know, they found a way through that. And then right now it's been a fighting uphill battle for both of them, you know. Every time YouTube releases a new update, the ad blockers got a new update. You know, and at first it was slowing down the YouTube pages. Some of those videos were not playing at all.
Yeah.
And at first, you know, people were blaming YouTube. And then YouTube made a statement and they were blaming the ad blockers. And then the ad blockers are saying, actually, no, it's not us, it's YouTube. And then they took the statement back and then they said, yes, it is us, but we released an update. You know, so it didn't make sense. A lot of shit didn't make sense.
It's weird too because when they did this, the search results for ad blockers skyrocketed. Before it was maybe like, let's say maybe like 20%, maybe even way less than that, maybe 10% of like the overall people using YouTube were using ad blockers, and they were like, you know what, we're gonna make sure they can't do that. And then it's like the users like skyrocket for ad blockers. And then they kept messing with it to, you know, kind of dissuade that type of stuff.
I'm watching a 20-minute video and I'm watching commercials. I remember when there were no fucking commercials on YouTube. I'm subscribed to Netflix. There's commercials. Why is there commercials on Netflix? I'm subscribed to all this fucking streaming bullshit and there's commercials. Why? I thought the purpose was no commercial. That's what you sold it to me.
That was initially the purpose of cable. Way back, you know, before our time, cable was supposed to be ad free. Yeah, and look what happened there. It all becomes filled with ads eventually.
I remember that. I remember when HBO didn't have any ads. It was just movies, back to back, Cinemax,
it was
Showtime. Oh, that you name it.
Yeah,
I remember all that.
I believe the term is called rent seeking. In certain ways, where it's like, you know, they'll make a platform or something, and you know, they get a whole bunch of users, and they get everyone invested, and then slowly over time they start rolling out ads. They start making people, you know, they're trying to make their money back on their initial like huge investment, that they're putting into this platform, like the Discords of the world. Like they're selling our data now. They're doing a whole bunch of stuff behind the scenes. They're trying to get money in different ways with Nitro and stuff. And that's a whole other can of worms. I thought about it like a while ago. I was like, why don't they do like ads that come up on the bottom of the screen that don't interrupt you and stuff? I'm like, why don't they do more of that kind of stuff? Like, I didn't mind that. Sometimes I'll look down at it and see what it is. I'm like, okay, I'll roll my eyes and be like, oh, that sounds interesting, And it's like the thing is that the advertisers pay way more money for ads that interrupt what you're doing. If they could, they would take over all 3 of my monitors and show me some Burger King thing.
Yeah, if they could, and they would. Those cocksuckers, those bastards.
But anyway, that was a very interesting conversation. We'll probably touch back on that someday, I'm sure, when some relevant news comes up.
I'll leave you with this final thought. Like guys, let's be honest now. There are alternatives to YouTube's. You don't have to use Big Daddy YouTube now. It's really about.
Yeah, you can go on X videos.
Oh, good Lord. We are not. We are not
like
promoting...
Elon Musk, he took over Twitter. He renamed it to X. So now you can go on X for your videos. You can go to X videos.
Oh, good Lord. It went over my head. I'm so sorry.
What? What'd I say?
Nothing. Forget about it. Shut up. Let me finish this thought. Guys, listen, there's other alternatives. There's, I believe, Rumble. I believe Kick is another one. I believe BitChute.
Kick is like a streaming thing, isn't it?
Yeah, but there's people that are doing like certain videos on it and everything that you can watch.
I like Catbox. Catbox, you can upload a video and like it'll delete itself in like a couple, whatever time you set it to. If you need to like upload like a quick video or something. Discord updated their file transfer limit from like 8 megabytes, like whatever number it is now, so you could share videos on there. Like, I know this isn't like an alternative for like like video content, but I'm just saying like upload in general, I guess. Keep going, sorry.
It's just very strange because people now want their streaming content, but obviously they don't want to pay for it. Like Putlocker doesn't exist anymore. I remember, Soap Today was another streaming website that they were using, doesn't exist anymore. A lot of those illegal streaming websites, like they're slowly dying out. You know,
they survive on like donations and stuff. Yeah,
that's another thing. A lot of people are not giving those donations. Let's be honest now.
Yeah,
and I know some people use like the Russian websites, but it's just like, do you want your whole computer hacked and turned into a Bitcoin machine? Like, it's crazy. So I'll leave it at that. Just be safe out there, guys. Let's be smart about what we're talking about.
Yeah.
All right, let's move on now.
Moving on. Do you want me to play the videos?
Which one?
The videos you sent? The clips?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. So I actually showed the trailer.
Oh, okay. So, Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes trailer.
Yes. I watched this movie. Oh my God, I watched this movie.
This is old. This is 2 weeks old. We're like so late on this.
I could care less, my nigga.
Oh wait, I didn't even have my screen up.
Yeah, so this is the new Planet of the Apes movie right now that just came up. They're not playing no games. The monkeys ain't playing no games. They got the hammers. They got the. This is the Bronze Age right now. See the falcon on his hand right now. They're not playing no game. They about to get this fucker. Now let me. I'm not gonna front. This actually kind of caught me off guard in terms of like the overall symbolism that they were using in the movie, and they really took like a biblical perspective. Because I want you to understand, like obviously Caesar already passed away, in the last movie, and like I want to say this is 300 years later. Spoilers alert, guys.
Come on, guys.
Come on, guys.
He's got electric powers.
Oh, bro, you don't know what's going on in this movie. Yeah, so like, there's a lot of very interesting symbolism in this movie. A lot of metaphorical scenes. There's a lot of things that stood out to me. A very strong emphasis on the boats. In terms of the traveling. Of the seas. There were many Masonic individuals that would look at the stars as they were on the boats. You know, let's leave it at that. You know, because I want to keep it in layman terms. I really don't want to go like too deep into it. You know, but I'm pretty sure there are other people that are really big into like the esoteric knowledge. You know, I'm not gonna say that they're more knowledgeable than me, because for me, like, it's nothing more than a joke. But I will play with it. You know. But yeah, so like there's this dude. You know, what is it? Maximus.
Look at
Caesar.
that. They got the token human.
Proximus.
They got the token human in this movie.
Oh, fuck her.
Human.
Fuck that white girl. Fuck
He's
that
a
white girl. You
human.
wanna know what? You want to know what's the deepest symbolism? The deepest symbolism? And I want you to understand. I want you to put your kufi on.
She's no Ella Purnell, that's for sure.
A white woman is responsible for flooding the monkey kingdom. Don't let that go over your head, baby.
She flooded them?
It's absolutely disgusting.
Is this spoilers for the movie? Are you spoiling the movie right now?
I'm being dead ass. Yeah, I'm actually.
Oh, you're spoiling the movie. See, we got it. we got to be more specific when we talk about things like this. We got to be like, yeah, spoiler alert.
Yeah, spoiler, but like I'm being very playful about it. That's why I'm taking the approach that I am.
All right.
You know, if you
so,
actually
spoiler alert going forward, there's gonna be parts in the video down below where you can click to with the sections. You skip this section. All right. If you don't want spoilers.
All right. So play the first video that I want you to play.
All right.
Since I already spoiled it.
Before you go into it, I watched the first movie. I watched the second movie. First movie, James Franco was cool. See, little Caesar. And they were all like learning. They got out.
Little baby Caesar. Yeah, James Franco. Yeah, I forgot he was in that movie too.
And then the second movie, you got Gary Oldman, and he's like got all the monkeys got guns and stuff or something, and then like shooting each other in the world. I was like, that's cool. Third movie came out. I was like, I skipped it. I didn't watch it. This movie came out. You know, I was like, not really that interested. But you know, I'm willing to hear you out. Maybe I'll dip my toes back into the Planet of the Apes franchise.
It's a little bit better than you think. It actually caught me off guard. Like, that's what I said. Like,
it wasn't bad. Those movies weren't bad.
Nah, they're never bad. Like, this is one thing that actually somebody pointed out, that these movies, they're not hit or misses. They're of the quality. You know, like, they're trying their best.
What does the quality mean? I'm just gonna say that from now on. People ask me at work, what's a good one to buy? Well, this one is of the quality.
This is how you know these Hollywood writers are all full of shit. All these executives, they're just making up terms. You know, it's just of the quality. You know, we're trying to stay true to the original story. You know, the original story with Charlton Heston and the story of Noah, you know, the Pharaoh woman, and she took him to the Statue of Liberty. And at that moment, he realized that he was on the planet Earth itself, you know, and just, you know, fuck all that, man. Like, listen.
I thought that was a very impactful scene, no?
Nah, it was. That shit was bugged out. But like, I'm saying, like, let's move on, bro. Like, let's move on.
No.
That's what the Hollywood dudes are trying to say. Because and what I'm hoping that they do with the next trilogy is that it would eventually go into the story of the astronauts coming back to Earth, and this is what they're eventually alluding to, and everything. But I want you to play the scene real quick. Like, play the scene real quick.
Here you go. Does it have audio?
Yeah, this got audio. We're probably gonna get. Oh, pause it right there. Pause it.
I can't hear it. The audience can hear it probably.
So what's interesting about this is that there's a scene before this where Noah, the character Noah, you know, like from the biblical story of Noah's Ark, haha, you know, and the fact that there's boats in this movie, haha, you know, but let's ignore all that. Noah, you know, looks into the telescope and he witnesses the stars in its purest form, you know, like he's looking at space through a legitimate, like an actual like space telescope. Did they actually name the area of what this is? I don't know if it's the Hubble. I don't know what telescope place this is, but I think it's in California, if I'm right. And this is where they're at. Right. And she's bearing witness to the same exact thing that he saw. And this is for my schizos. I want you to pay attention. Why is there a ring of light on her left eye. There's a ring of light on her left eye. And as this scene continues, as you can play it now, you'll see that she's very astonished with what she sees. And then, they got the intelligent orangutan.
It's pronounced Orangagantan.
Oh, this is not Monster Hunter. This is not Monster Hunter, all right? Don't you start. Even though that's a cool monster to fight. That's a fun monster to fight, actually.
It's a very fun monster to fight. That's not even a monster. I just said that weird.
I thought you were talking about the one that was belching, remember?
Oh, Kangalala?
Oh, that's what it's called? Oh, yeah. Okay.
He's a cool guy. People hate him.
It's because I don't know the Monster Hunter names. But yeah, he mentions that...
Yeah, the white dragon... that you triggered my friend with.
Hold on. I'll make a rant about him in a few. Just let me get this start off first.
Oh, God. Here's the second one. Do you want me to play that right now? Or not yet?
Not yet. So the orangutan mentions that they saw a tunnel eating light. So I don't know if that was a black hole. For some reason, some people are speculating that they saw the spaceship coming back, but that doesn't make sense at all. Because the guy mentions it's a tunnel eating light. What were they looking at? Who knows? But this part, this is my favorite part. This is for all the esoterics, all the dudes that they claim that the numerologists, that they count the numbers, they know everything about religion. They know all this book about, because everybody that has done a breakdown about this movie has not mentioned this scene. And I've watched all of them. I've watched everybody on YouTube that has done a breakdown of this movie, and they have not mentioned this scene. And I think this scene is the most intelligent one. Play it for me. I want you to pay attention. Look at Noah.
Who's Noah? The one in the front?
Fire. Yes, the one holding the fire. Yes, look at him. He's looking at all the planets. Look at him.
They're both holding fire. Was it a mirror?
Yeah,
it's a mirror.
No. There's other monkeys in the back here, but look at him. I want you to pause it now. Why is and this is why this movie is very interesting, because they, like I've said, they're already taking a biblical perspective of it in terms of the character being Noah. There's a flood that happens that destroys the kingdom. There is the final battle between the protagonist and the antagonist. And then obviously he overcomes it. He finds his true power, where he's part of the this hawk clan, or this falcon clan, and he has the falcons attack the other monkey, and that's their power. It shows that they're the dominant ones. They're the one that's going to start domesticating the animals and so forth. Blah 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 blah. But this whole biblical context of it was very interesting, because this right here of Noah, the character Noah, touching Saturn, is this a reference to the Zoroastrianists?
You just confused everybody right now.
Oh yeah, because they don't know what I'm talking about.
No, nobody knows what you're talking about.
Well, I know, I love it.
Just say you like the movie.
No. Let me finish. Is this a reference?
I'm joking. Go ahead.
Is this a reference to the Zoroastrians? Is this a reference to maybe the Scythian lore? Because there are many civilizations of the past that made references to Jupiter, and their stories. And there is some little bit of conspiracy of it, but the facts are there. The remnants are there. The tablets are there. They saw Jupiter, but how? So it's very interesting to me. And just Noah touching, Jupiter, and then the little piano sound, the ding. It was very reminiscent to that one scene of The Shining, where the piano plays the ding, and then it just gets real ominous. And then I could go a little bit deeper, in terms of where there's the battle scene where they're fighting on the missile silo, and there's some of these esoterics that claim that it represents this phallus representation, or the representation of the penis. And that is...
Wait, who's saying that?
No, the esoterics. These are the sketches.
Oh.
These are the dudes that...
I thought you meant in the movie.
No, this is just me giving the breakdown. You're messing it up for the viewers. No. They're yo, this guy needs to shut up. No, let me fucking don't fuck with you, brother.
if I need to shut up, they'll tell me in the comments, and I'll feel bad.
No, well, I mean, the guys, super chat, please let us know. But yeah, it's like some representation to like the phallus, and some people say that it's also related to, because they say that the movie Space 2001 with like the whole black stone tablet, like that's another representation of the phallus. Like, but I always say it. This is like schizo talk. This is all blabble. This is like But let me finish. This is like some drunk guy at a fucking party. You know, this is just him trying to make conversation with people. Yeah, it sounds interesting when you're drunk. You know, but it's like, what the fuck is this guy talking about, really? But like, I did this for the audience, you know, because it's interesting. You know, it's not to see things, it's to see into things. So when you watch this movie, you know, I want you to really take notice of the imagery, of the characters, their names, their social ranks. You know, really pay attention. It's a very interesting movie. You know, and I'm hoping that they continue to take this biblical approach, because this is the first thing that everybody has done in terms of like saying the breakdown of this movie. Like, I'm not saying that. This is what they're saying. They're bigger fans than me. I can fucking care less. But if they continue to take this biblical approach, it's going to be very interesting, because right now Caesar is the Messiah character. You know.
Look, dude, monkey hit stuff, big explosion, fight, horse, stuff. Eagle, hunter.
Monkey beat chest.
What are you talking about right now? The audience is confused.
Oh, here's another fun fact, guys. Nigo, a Japanese footwear designer and clothing designer, actually based his clothing brand, A Bathing Ape, on Planet of the Apes. So for me, you know, this is like a big deal, because I love Bape. I've been collecting Bape for a while, for a very long time. And, you know, I'm trying to see, you know, like, it sucks that he doesn't work there anymore. And I would just love to see what he could take, at least from the imagery of these movies, and then just produce, you know, like at least from his mind, like his art around it. You know, I would love to see what he would do, because he wasn't just lifting scenes out of the movie. Like, no, this was how he perceived it through his creative mind. It was very beautiful. But I digress, guys. I'm sorry.
So people were saying that this movie, that they felt it was too long.
Oh, because they're a bunch of smooth brains. I'm not surprised they said it. I'm not surprised a bunch of fucking smooth brains said this movie was too long. It was boring. Where's the action scene?
Maybe not boring, but I've heard too long.
That's a bunch of smooth brains. That's
I've
low
heard too long.
IQ.
I don't know. Look, man, we watched The Dark Knight Rises 3 times in a row while playing Magic the Gathering.
That's an intelligent movie.
I think we can't use ourselves to gauge.
Yes.
I was wondering what would break first. But no, I heard it was too long. I heard also that the movie doesn't really do anything new. These are kind of the criticisms I kind of heard, but I don't know. I haven't heard anything amazing about the movie aside from you. You seem to really enjoy the music, the movie, so that is interesting, and that you're able to have that perspective on the imagery and the story it's trying to tell.
They don't see the artistry behind the movie. They're a bunch of smooth brains. These are people that are not intelligent. These are people that are not meant to watch movies.
Well,
have them play No, listen to me. Have them play a game of Fortnite. Make them play Fortnite. That's their movie.
But here's the thing: like when you go in to watch the big blockbuster monkey movie, and they got explosions in the trailer and chase scenes and stuff. Like I don't think you go into it kind of looking for that stuff. I wonder if people even go in thinking about it. So you know, if we take another movie, we would say more presenting itself to be like a highbrow movie, something like a Anthony Hopkins type movie, like it'd be different, I guess. But I guess the audience that would enjoy this movie, like you are, probably aren't looking here to find that kind of meaning and messaging, perhaps.
Because it's the first of the trilogy. That's why. Like we won't see that maybe to the second and third movie. Obviously,
see some of the payoffs and stuff.
Yeah, the payoff. That's why. Like this is just to set everything up. You know, and they already did. They already alluded to the astronauts. There's a scene about the. I didn't even talk about it. There's a scene talking about the. I mean, not talking about the astronauts, but there's a wall that shows the astronauts. And in the previous movie, there's a newspaper that's thrown that says that the astronauts were lost in space. So we don't know if the astronauts gonna come back in this franchise now.
So that was Marky Mark. He's coming back.
Marky Mark is coming back. Yup, Mark Wahlberg, baby. Let's go, Wahlburgers. He's coming back with the stack of the Wahlburgers, baby, with the Air Jordan 4s.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Let me tell you something about this movie. Like, pause.
He's coming back. Yeah, look. Where's the part where he kisses the monkey?
Yo, this movie is so racist. Like, I don't give a flying. Like, Tim Burton is racist. The fact that he had these actors smoking cigars and drinking Hennessy as gorillas and monkeys. Bro, he's racist, bro. He's racist.
Hennessy?
And no one called him out.
He had them drinking Hennessy?
Out, bro.
The Henny?
They were out. Come on, bro. They would smoke. Come on, bro. They were smoking cigars and drinking cognac. You know what they were drinking. They would. Come on, man. Come on. He's racist. He's racist. Come on, man. This movie's mad racist.
I like the spoiler. I like the end of this movie where the little chimp comes back in the spaceship and then they go home and then he goes home, but it's like a different universe where where all the monkeys were always there or whatever, and it's like modern day and the cops come up and it's all monkeys coming out of the cop car and like, oh, and the Abraham Lincoln is sitting there, but it's a monkey.
It's a monkey, yeah. It was godlike. That was a good twist. I'm not gonna lie.
I had the DVD when I was younger and my father got it, and there was like a little booklet inside the movie, like a little piece of paper, and it would show the timeline kind of like jumping around and stuff, and there was like a whole circle graphic image, and it was just like very it was very confusing for my what was I like 10-year-old mind, like what the hell's going on? I was like enthralled with the time travel thing. Yeah, that was a fun movie. We had this one and we had Star Wars, the first one. Now we just watched those two movies on repeat.
Yeah, man. Planet of the Apes, baby. You know, they back. You know, let's see what's going on, man.
Speaking of apes together strong as the GameStop stonk rises again.
What's going on here, ladies and gentlemen?
Have you heard about this?
Yes, I did, and I was actually talking with a Wall Street executive. Like, I'm not gonna say his name. Like, I actually had to catch myself real quick. My fault. Like, no, because he comes to the job. He's friends with the owners and everything. Like, I can't even say yeah and everything there. Like these, but he's a very, very good guy. And like, I was talking with him about it, and he was saying, you know, it's very interesting. You know what's happening. You know, he was looking at the, I believe, the S&A. He was looking at the NASDAQ and everything else, and he was pointing certain things out. I'm not about to give advice. I like to keep this for myself, but he was pointing certain things out. He was like, you know, it's just, and I want everyone to keep in mind, obviously, that they're propping up this market because it's election season. They want this, they want the market to look good, you know, until when everything goes, you know, shits.
So I was looking at TradingView. Let me pull it up. We're talking about stocks right now. Look at this nerd stuff. Apes together strong. I'm paper hands, I'll tell you what. So if we look at the 1 year real quick, we'll see it's either, you know, going on a downtrend, and then all of a sudden we get this $65 spike, which was, I think, yesterday or today, and apparently it all culminated from the Roaring Kitty guy, who was one of the
original ones, yeah.
One of the people who made a couple million or something off the GameStop stock. GameStop. And I believe he was on like hearings and stuff, where he would just keep saying, "I like the stock" or something. I could be getting this wrong. Please correct me in the comments if I'm being overly regarded. But no, he shared this image. He was silent for like a year or 2 years or more, where he hasn't said anything. And then he shared this image, and then all of a sudden the stock just went. Everyone was like, "Oh, it's time. Let's get back in. It's time. It's time. Apes together strong." And they, you know, they made the stock hit, you know, a new high or whatever since
And
past
apparently,
year.
it's all the meme stocks. It's all the meme stocks. Apparently, it's not just GameStop.
Oh, it's not
all
just
the meme
GameStop.
ones.
I believe that's what this article was saying, or this news post. Yeah, AMC.
Yeah, AMC. Yeah.
Let's check out AMC. So yeah, what do you think is gonna happen here?
Listen, man. If you know anything about investing your money, you buy low, you sell high.
This is not financial advice.
Yeah, this is not financial advice, guys. All right, I don't know anything. Just because I mentioned some guy that I know that works at Wall Street, that doesn't mean anything. I could be lying to you.
You're a liar. I knew it.
Yes, I'm a phony.
I knew it when I met you in high school.
Phony.
Oh, this guy's a liar. He's talking about Final Fantasy VII.
Listen. You buy low, you sell high. I'm not going to give you any advice outside of that. It's up to you now, guys. That's it.
I sold all my shares. I made some money, and I lost a lot. I think I lost more than I made. So I'm paper hands. That's how that goes.
Diamond hands, baby. Diamond hands.
Well, apes together strong. Planet of the Apes. the stars are aligning, I guess, in a weird way.
Oh, that's nice. I like that. Yeah. Very strange, I mean, there was a joke that was told to me that right now all the hedge fund guys are getting ready to go on vacation. So all the interns are going to be the ones left doing all the investments. And I had someone tell me, this is when you got to decide whether or not you want to take out your money, because God forbid something tanks. And, you play with the ride. Maybe something else will come along. You don't know what to buy. I don't give advice. I don't know anything, guys. I don't know a fucking thing.
How come you can take out all your stocks, but you can't take all your money out of the bank?
Ladies and gentlemen, I do not give any financial advice. I am not a financial advisor of any sorts. I do not work within the bank. I don't work at a cashing place. I don't work in any of sorts of that business, I just don't do it, guys. I don't know what this is. I just play Marvel 2 and Third Strike. That's it. That's all I know.
Speaking of stocks, Sony is seeing a big decline. Sony shares fall as Paramount deal spurs financing concerns.
Oof, man, right now some people are predicting that maybe Sony are lowering their shares prices, so when they do buy Paramount, it's a favorable price for the buy. These are all rumors. Nobody really knows. Here I am giving stock advice, when I just said I don't know anything about stocks, a wonderful setup, But these are the rumors, and, people are scared. I mean, look what just happened with Helldivers 2. They were pissed off at Sony because they were forcing Steam users to sign in through PSN. They said, fuck you. Sony prices went down. PlayStation 5 ain't doing too well.
To protect the life cycle.
What life cycle? The Sony life cycle's going down, baby.
Oh, God.
What happened to the PlayStation brand? The PlayStation brand is dying, and it's affecting Sony.
What's funny is that it's not like they couldn't have defended themselves from some of this, because we have seen consoles fall from grace via the Xbox, and even before this whole era of Xbox and PlayStation, we've seen it time and time again. So the fact that they weren't more, what would the word be, careful, is kind of bizarre to me. But I don't know. I guess the whole fall from grace thing is happening here.
I mean, listen, it's not too good right now. People are pissed off. And listen. Once again, I do not give stock advice. But if you are going to invest into this Sony stuff, they say that when there are rumors, you buy. When it hits the news, you sell. So I really don't know, guys.
That's not financial advice, though.
And it's not. That's why I'm saying it in that manner. That's why I'm saying it in that manner. It's not financial advice, all right, guys? Don't let it go over your head.
No, seriously, it's not.
It's not financial advice. It's not financial.
Don't listen to us. We're broke.
Yeah, we're broke. I don't have any money at all. But yeah, it seems like this Helldiver situation really bit them in the ass, and it's going to be very interesting what Sony does going forward as they're going multi-platform. You know, they're putting a lot of games on Steam now. There's certain games that are still exclusive to the PlayStation brand, you know, like Bloodborne. But how long is Bloodborne going to stay exclusive to the PlayStation brand? You know, let's be honest now.
So apparently, Square Enix is getting out of this Sony deal exclusivity. You know, they've seen their profit drop as well. Not only Sony, but Square specifically as well.
And I'm pretty sure that now that Square Enix announced that they're going to go multi-platform and they're separating themselves from Sony, I'm pretty sure that the Sony price is going to go down even lower. It's going to go down even lower.
Final Fantasy 16, Final Fantasy 7 regurgitated, not doing well.
Well, they should have knew this was going to happen. They thought that presenting a game as a trilogy, meaning buying 3 separate games was a good idea. No, it was not a good idea. You know, especially in this era of DLC, it was the wrong choice.
But here's the thing. I really do. I think it was a huge risk. I do like when these companies take risks with their products and stuff, but this was kind of a very dumb and very expensive risk.
I mean, but look, you want to talk about another risk?
Ooh, 69, funny number, 69.7 negative drop. Oh my god. Jesus Sorry, let me read that correctly because I sound like a fucking moron. In its latest earnings release, Square Enix reports a profit drop of negative 69.7% year over year, thanks in part to MMO and mobile declines, and also growing operating cost losses from high dev cost amortization?
Monetization.
I don't know what that means. Amortization? I'm sorry.
Oh, amortization.
Square Enix will aggressively pursue a multi-platform strategy that includes Nintendo, PlayStation, Xbox, and PC. So they're tackling everything now, not just sticking with Sony.
You know what fucked them up, right?
Was it Nomura? I blame him.
It was that Marvel game. That game really bit them in the ass.
Which Marvel game?
The Marvel Avengers game that Square Enix made. Look it up.
What about Forspoken? That game was a flop too.
Those 2 games were such humongous flops.
This one?
Flop. The most expensive flop. Oh my god. This game was terrible.
What do you mean? Look, it's Iron Man. What is going on here? This looks like God of War with Thor DLC in modern era or some shit. What am I looking at?
It was terrible. This game did absolutely nothing for Square Enix or Marvel. This was a terrible idea.
I don't think I've ever seen this.
You don't remember this game?
No.
Viewers, if you remember this game, please talk about it in the comments.
You got Dawson over here. Oh, clipping through the Hulk. What is? When did this come out? PS5? What is this?
This came out for the PS4 first. Remember, it was the PS4, and then I think it got released for the PS5.
Maybe it was really bad. Maybe I memory hold it. Oh my god, these Black Widow animations look terrible. This is not sexy. What is this? She looks like a goofy middle schooler. What is happening?
Yeah, this game was really, really bad. Like it messed up a lot of things for Square Enix. I think Marvel and Disney left Square Enix with the bill.
Dude,
they lost a lot of money.
How many generations are we gonna get this kind of dumb shit? This fucking oh my god, I just missed it. This platforming mechanics, it's like jump, press button, jump, press button, jump, press. Oh, you messed it up somehow. I don't know how you messed this up. You got to be real paper hands for this one. Oh,
I feel like Ratchet and Clank popularized that.
This like PS2 type of gameplay we've seen for like decades now. When are they gonna get over this type of stuff?
People are stuck in the Stone Age, man. I don't know what's going on.
Oh my god. Can I play a clip real fast?
Of course.
I want to say it's around here.
Reviews. They have created one of their most well-received titles and a game that did not have an absolute cursed development like most of their games released in the past few months, which was FF7 Rebirth. As a game,
did you hear that?
No, I didn't hear that because I can't hear anything.
Oh, you can't hear it? I'm gonna put the subtitles on.
See, potentially soon. Its greatest game in 20 years. In terms of overall reviews, right? It's in terms of perspective and reviews, they have created one of their most well-received titles and a game that did not have an absolute cursed development like most of their games released in the past few months, which was FF7 Rebirth.
You're talking while he's talking. This is very distracting for the viewers. I'm sorry you can't hear it, but just read it. Just read it to yourself.
At development, like most
wait. We're gonna play it again.
Of their games released in the past few months, which was FF7 Rebirth. As a game company, what else do you do? Like, they have created what is effectively one of their best games. We have to make it even better? Like, you have to think what's frustrating from their perspective.
So he's saying that FF7 Rebirth is one of their most well-received games, and the game did not sell well. So what is Square Enix supposed to do? Make something better? So the thing he doesn't realize is it's part 2 of a game that's 3 parts. If people buy part 1, those sales aren't affected by like a pre-existing notion of what the game previously was, right? If the first game is good, the second game will do even better. We saw this with the original Final Fantasy VII. Final Fantasy VII did not sell as well as Final Fantasy VIII did. The same is true when a game is bad. If a game is bad, the next game won't sell as much. Final Fantasy VII had whatever sales it had. This game, far less sales. And the reviews from people that are saying it's, he's saying it's the most well-received game. Who's gonna buy the second game? People who are already enjoying the first game. Are they gonna say it's bad when they gave them pretty much the same thing, more or less? No, they're gonna say it's good. They like it. This is what they want. And I'm not saying you shouldn't like it, but let's not pretend like a vast majority of people are just not interested anymore. And then you also have to take into the account that, is this a PS5 exclusive? Regurgitated?
Sure.
Rebirth console. Can I get PS5 exclusively for the PS5s? And we already know the PS5's struggling. Helldivers 2 has way more Steam users than it does on the PS5.
PS5, that's correct. That's absolutely correct.
So it's not that the game is not selling well because whatever. It's gonna get good reviews because the only people buying it are the ones that are the fans.
Let me ask you a quick question really quick.
Mm-hmm.
The people who grew up playing the original Final Fantasy when it first came out, when it was well was received, when they created this whole mythical aura behind the original game. When they play this new game right now, are they getting that same exact feeling that they've been lied about this whole time?
You're gonna have to specify a few things. First of all, which Final Fantasy we're talking about? We're talking about 7?
Final Fantasy 7. Yes,
the original 7.
Yes, the original 7.
Okay, and then what's the lie?
Like, for me, there's people that have always presented 7 as the masterpiece.
Right.
You know, the greatest RPG of all time. You know, you had to be playing that game at that time period to truly experience, you know, the world, you know, the story of Cloud versus Sephiroth, to witness Arif's death, you know, to be caught up in the emotion, you know, like when they play this new Final Fantasy now, are they getting that same exact feeling, or is it just a fucking hack and slash? And they're just like, oh, okay, you know, next boss.
So it's weird that I've kind of had discussions about this game online, and this has come up to where people have called me an old boomer, and I'm like, okay, if the game isn't for me, quote unquote, an old boomer, who's it for? Why use all the nostalgia to try to get me to buy the game if the game is not for me?
And that's why I'm asking is, who is this game actually for?
I think they know. I think they know. It's like, this is a successful, you know, one of the most popular Final Fantasy games. It's a guaranteed.
No doubt.
It's a guaranteed win. Whatever we do, we're gonna get some people in the door, and that was true for the first game. But you have to hedge your bet because you plan to make 3 more. So, what's your plan here? Right on, they for sure they would have expected it for either to go bad or go well. I don't think they would have expected it to do like just only well. I'm pretty sure they would have predicted that it might not do as well as the first game, for sure. But I don't know if they were predicting it to be this bad in terms of sales.
It's not even the original game. They rewrote the story.
Yeah, they changed it. They changed whatever they wanted. They completely assassinated some of the characters. I like some of the dialogue and stuff that the characters have in the first game, but they assassinated Sephiroth. They assassinate some other. They add in other characters that, like, don't even matter. Like, am I supposed to be afraid of Sephiroth? Because I certainly don't feel it in this game. I was certainly afraid of him in the original game. I'll certainly, like, whoa, what's this guy doing? Oh, he's so strong. It's like, he's so weird. What's going on? I don't understand the story. And the new ones, it's like,
grind for 2 hours.
In the new one, he's like, he shows up every 5 minutes, and he's like, oh hell, what's up? It's like the RE2 remake. It's like the Mr. X situation where his scary factor is lessened by the fact that he keeps showing up all the time. And it's the same in the RE3 remake. Nemesis shows up all the time, and every time he does show up, there's a cutscene that happens, so you know he's coming. And it's like with Sephiroth in this game, it's like he just comes up all the time. He's like, hello, it's me, bad guy, what are you doing? It's like a comical Dr. Eggman situation.
Telling the bad. I thought the game looked beautiful. I thought the combat was fine. You know, but I kept asking myself, as I played this game and as I was in the slums, I was just like, this is not the Final Fantasy that I grew up with. If this is a way to introduce the new audience, that's perfectly fine. But I don't think they're going to enjoy it. Because look at the big hype that we made about our Final Fantasy VII. And now look at the Final Fantasy VII that they get to play. You know? They're not going to be able to tell the same story.
I mean, I'm sure this the fans of this will enjoy it for whatever reason, and there will be fans of this, and they'll stick around for a long time. I just don't think it's
Are the fans even buying it?
It's not the fans. Yeah, the fans are buying it. It's probably a large majority of the casual audience is not buying it after playing the first one, after probably realizing that, you know, maybe not even realizing there's a second part to this because they have the dumbest naming convention ever. It's like, oh, Rebirth. It's like, what is this? Is this DLC? Like, what am I like? Part a lot of that goes into it. You know, how you market a game, how you name your game. So yeah, I don't see this becoming a huge success. You know, maybe that'll change when they release it on Switch 2 or whatever, and and PC. Maybe that'll change. Maybe it'll find a new audience. But as of right now, I don't think they're gonna get anywhere near close to that.
It's very interesting that at one point it was very difficult to be able to purchase a PlayStation 5. And now everyone that wanted a PlayStation 5 essentially has one and nobody's even playing games on it. They're just, I guess, using it as a Netflix device.
I don't know. Mine collects dust when it's not running Helldivers.
That's what I'm saying. Like, who's really playing a PS5 right now? Let's be honest. Everybody's on Steam. Everyone's on Steam. You know? Even I got converted. You know?
Yeah, I don't know. We'll have to see. It's a can of worms for sure. But Sony needs to change something, and Square Enix is already like shifting gears here. So we'll see how they do in the upcoming years. Maybe we'll see Forspoken Part 2.
Why would you? Why would you want that game?
I don't. I'm just saying. Maybe they keep fucking up. Too big to succeed, you know? Speaking of consoles, let's pivot to Jose Cuauhtémoc. I don't know how to say that. You wanted me to bring this up, right?
Jose Cuauhtémoc, I think it's Brazilian.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he said user Doom over at Obscure Gamers Discord managed to get code execution and on Xbox One's boot ROM DSP before anything keys included is loaded. So this is actually a big deal because now they could probably figure out a way to get unsigned code running on the Xboxes, and then eventually maybe get some homebrew emulation working onto it, and maybe something a little bit further. You know, once again, guys, I do not condone pirating. You know, I don't condone.
What pirating? He owns the hardware. It's not pirating.
Nah. Let me finish. I don't condone you assholes going on Cool ROMs and all them other websites and downloading ROMs. Nah, buy the game. You know, we don't really support that. You know, but this is cool. You know that someone actually had the technical capabilities to do this. You know, he was able to open up his old Xbox One. You know. You see it there, you know. He has everything all wired up, solid, you know. He has his computer running, and you know he got that code running.
So for the technologically illiterate, what is going on here? Can you put it in layman's terms?
Yo, he hacked the Xbox One, my nigga. Like he did it. He did it. He hacked the Xbox One.
There we go.
It's about to be a problem. We about to have Xbox Ones at all the tournaments.
Yeah.
Can you do that one more time? We're about to have the Xbox One at all the tournaments. Running all the games.
That's all I needed. I needed it in layman's terms. There you go.
Oh.
I'll give you a real clap for that one.
Yeah.
Very nice.
No, but this is very beautiful because eventually, you know, they're gonna be able to do other like. When I was younger, I was very big on hacking PSPs. So the fact that they're doing this right now, like, they're going to be able to do a lot of cool things.
You're the
right
reason
now.
Sony is failing now.
Maybe. I just want to give a big shout out to Doc Alex, Despetal del Cementerio, and give a big shout out to Gio Ho. I know he works with Sony also, you know. Shouts out to y'all. But yeah, man.
So yeah, this is awesome.
Yeah,
I'm wondering what comes of this. To this day, Splinter Cell Chaos Theory is still the best way to play that game is still on original hardware.
Yup.
The Steam port sucks. Unplayable.
Let me tell you, and what breaks my heart about Xbox is that all those games on the original Xbox One are stuck there forever. Like the original Xbox, the big fat black one, the tank. Yeah, like they're stuck there forever.
It was so big we used to play Yu-Gi-Oh on top of it.
Play Yu-Gi-Oh on top? Yeah, you could probably. Oh man.
That was my dual disc.
Your dual disc. Oh shit. Yeah, a lot of those games are stuck there forever, man. Like super rare games. There's a lot of games that
mention a few.
I'll give you some I'll give you some investment advice. If you're intelligent, you'll actually
this is not financial advice.
There's a lot of games right now on the original Xbox that are very, very rare. And they do have high value, and a lot of people don't know right now. And some of the actual collectors are actually aiming for that right now. They're actually trying to complete their Xbox libraries. They're not talking about it, though. So eventually you're going to see a lot of these collectors start coming out and presenting their Xbox collection. So if anything, this is me giving you the heads up.
You got your Lost Odyssey, your Fable, Splinter Cell. A lot of cool games for the Xbox 360.
The original one. What was another one? I think Otogi, Myth of Demons, the original Ninja Gaiden. Those Ninja Gaiden versions were actually really good. A lot of people say that they're too hard, but if you could figure them out,
Dead or Alive Volleyball.
And that was actually a good game. And that Buffy the Vampire Slayer game was actually good too. No bullshit. Some of those games were actually good, like Outrun and everything. Yeah,
I missed out, man.
Xbox had some good games. Xbox had some good games, man. Oh yeah, the original Gun, yeah.
Those Matrix games sucked. I'm sorry. I played them. They were terrible.
You didn't like them?
No, they were so bad. Especially Reloaded, where you have to play as Jada Pinkett Smith. So terrible game.
I
was like, "Where's Will Smith so I could smack him?"
Oh my gosh! There's a couple of people I knew that had those games and they loved them. They loved those Matrix games, man. They loved them.
Oof.
Look at the Rock. Look at the Rock.
Look at Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson promoting the Bill Gates. I mean, promoting the original Xbox. The controller looks small next to his hands. Look at that. It looks like a little Game Boy Advance.
He was on the juice. He was still on the juice, baby.
I miss these days. It's my nostalgia. But yeah, before we finish up, we got a few more things to cover, but I did want to mention that our previous video, we've had a streak of 3 views per video or so, and our most recent video got almost 300 views. Wow.
Godlike.
I think it's because we covered infiltration. But anyway, thank you to all the viewers out there, and I hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you.
Yep.
We did get a comment. You can read the comment now. Star.
What did he say?
Okay, this is from Marco Lamovic. The fact that they banned him without clear reasons still pisses me off. It is like injustice out in the world for everyone to see, and still nothing was done about it. Anyone who knew even a little bit about infiltration would know that he's just a nice guy that couldn't hurt a fly. Hell, just watching him makes you more happier since the energy he has. He is missed for sure. Thank you for the comment.
It's just
nice comment.
Thank you for the comment. It's just unfortunate what's happened with infiltration and how they crucified that man, But there has been some type of progress made.
Ooh. We got an update.
I'm not too sure. This is what they're saying. I haven't seen anything. I haven't seen any of the Twitter posts or the news. But we'll see.
We'll
That's
circle
the
back
rumor right now.
on that on next week.
We'll circle back on that.
We got our boy Automatic down here doing his Third Strike videos. Look at this guy. This guy's putting out so much content. So, before we end for the day, this just came out 3 hours ago. Street Fighter 6 Battle Balance Update 2024 trailer. Are you ready? Is your body prepared?
I'm gonna hang up. I don't want to see this.
All right.
All right, play it. Show me the dog shit.
You don't sound excited. I'm sure in our 300 viewers that watched the last video, I'm sure a lot of them enjoy Street Fighter 6. So let's humor them for a moment. Again, this is not financial advice.
Oh, Ryu. Oh. Oh.
Wake up. Let's watch that again.
That's on Wake Up now?
Wake up. Drive reversal. So he went for the throw. Did not get the throw. Got hit by the drive.
Wake up, drive reversal?
So We learned in Street Fighter V that DPs were problematic and that you're not allowed to DP. So now you spend 2 bars and everyone has a drive reversal on wake up. They're showing all the scenarios where the drive reversal will work.
Did you just see that?
Yes.
She went right through Ed's projectile. That's this game is getting more problematic. They're creating a butterfly effect. They're creating a butterfly effect.
Like you can't have an invulnerable DP, but you can spend 2 bars on your wake up for a reversal, drive reversal. So this is adding to the homogenization of this game, because in some fighting games you might have a rushdown character who doesn't have a good reversal. If you lock them down, you've achieved locking down the rushdown character, right? You're not letting them rush you down. You're pressuring them. You have them down. So usually, in some games, they probably have a bad reversal. Or reversal is not that good.
Yeah.
So when you have a mechanic like this, like everyone has a reversal, like what like okay, what do the character archetypes mean at this point? Do they even mean anything?
They want you to play the intended game mechanic. It's not about playing.
They want you to play the system.
Anymore.
They don't want you to play the character.
Yeah, they want you to play the system now. All characters play the same now. That's it. It doesn't matter. And for some people, they'll be like, "Oh, that's an uneducated statement. How can you say that?" But it's just that in terms of engagement, in terms of the combos, in terms of pressing for damage, the pokes, it's literally the same game plan across the board. You go for your hit, you go for your slime, you go for your damage, super, end of round.
Yeah, I've been waiting for this. I got the picture. All right, that's cool.
People said this the moment the beta came out. I knew this was gonna happen, and what scared me is that I assumed that the game was gonna become a touch of death, where it's 2 mix-ups, and then the next combo, it's just a touch of death. You're gonna die. That's it. It doesn't matter what you do.
In the context of the game, this system right here does alleviate some of that, but I don't think that really.
This is not the answer.
Like you said, what was it that you said when you first saw this? Like would you say can of worms or something?
Yeah, this is a butterfly effect.
Butterfly effect. Yes, exactly. They're changing this, and you're like this image portrays. They're just throwing more paint at the wall.
Yeah, and this is my question: if you were to perfect parry their wake up of drive impact,
drive reversal,
their drive reversal, can you drive impact after the perfect parry?
I'm not sure you get that much time. I'm pretty sure they could probably drive impact you back, but I will say that if you block the drive reversal, you get to punish them.
It's just you waste 2 bars of meter just that drive gauge is very problematic. I knew it from the beginning. They don't know how to balance it. They don't know what they're doing.
This is a band-aid on a much bigger problem.
Yeah, this is a band-aid on a much bigger problem. Yeah, and they don't want to admit it.
Let's keep watching. Unless you have something else to add for this.
No, go ahead. No, we'll watch.
Recovery drive reversal.
That's what it's called?
Yeah, I guess so. Battle balance.
Oh, snap.
Slime, kick. So this was something I read about, is that Ryu, if you notice here, he charges up here, right? So when you do that in the initial version of the game, the next fireball you throw will have the double hit or Denjin effect or whatever, right? So he's gonna throw a regular Hadouken here, and then he's gonna throw the Denjin. So what they did is that they changed the Denjin Hadouken activation to be heavy punch only.
Okay, that's cute.
I don't even know what that was. What was that?
Well, for Luke, right? I'm so confused. Oh, I guess standing medium now combos into yeah, standing medium or standing hard.
Well, what was that before? Did that not combo or anything?
I guess it didn't combo. Now it does. You know, because why else would they show it? You know,
either the jump kick maybe. It's either that or the standing button. My guess would be this, but that could also be the case.
You know,
Kimberly, this character exists.
they ruined her.
Look at it. Look, guys, more combos. You guys like combos? Slime. Crouch medium. So this is from Crouch Medium Slime, dude.
Crouch medium slime.
Combos. You like combos? Combos, dude. What is combos?
Manon already had that. I don't get it.
There's got to be something you're missing, Manon player.
No, she already had this combo.
Are you sure?
It's just, it was, yes. She already had this combo.
So what they change?
They didn't change anything.
There's got to be something. I want to mute the videos. The noise is getting to me. Damn, look at the booty on this frame here.
Oh, good lord. There you go, getting demonetized.
We're back talking about Stellar Blade again, I guess. I don't even know what this is for Chun-Li. I have no idea. Okay, wait. He starts with... Is it the starter, maybe? This...
You could already combo from that.
The jab, jab, drive rush.
You could already drive rush from that.
Was that medium? Medium into this? Yeah. That's already a combo, right?
That's a hard. That's already a combo.
And then EX, that.
Yeah, that was already a combo. That's what I'm saying, dude.
And then that. Does that reset or does that juggle? That juggles like this?
Juggled.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that's already all a combo? You sure?
Yeah. Yes.
All right. I'm just checking with you. I don't know, dude.
That's why I'm very confused. What are they? And that was already a combo too. What are these people showing?
Oh, they're showing that he could suck her in, I guess.
With ground bounce now?
Yeah, like a ground bounce effect. Which I think that's kind of funny.
People are so fucking full of it.
Now observe. I don't even know what that was. I'm not even gonna bother analyzing that JP shit.
No, I'm not either.
Ken doing Ken things. Cammy.
Being Cammy.
Is that a new combo? Dolls from slime. Level 3.
Into level 3. Yep.
Cares. What is this? Brand new battle adjustments for all characters. That's what they just showed us, basically. Because they do that. They show the graphic after for some reason.
Sure.
So what's this? She parried his thing and then what?
He still loses.
She parried and then she did a drive. What? What the fuck was that even supposed to be? What is this? More combos?
Let me show you how broken Blanca is.
They're just showing more drive rush shit? What the I'm mad I was wrong about Marisa, but maybe the game needed 8 more years of that season 1 to see how broken she could be. Maybe I'm wrong. Probably wrong.
We'll see.
I hate Aki. You think, because you think she's supposed to be a zoner, right? And you pick her up and like, oh, this is like a zoner character, right? Nah, she's like a weird rush down mid range character. She's not a zoner at all. Her fucking zoning tools suck. You gotta play her like a weird rush down like every other character in this game. Oh, Rashid did a combo into his level 3. Wow. Oh my god.
Hey,
what is this video?
Available for Kuma's release.
He's coming out this week or whatever.
Available now. Balance update.
So this was their solution to everyone rightfully pooping on this game. Wow. What do you think?
Let me take a deep breath. This did absolutely nothing for this game. They were supposed to release Ed and Akuma a year ago. They were supposed to have both characters ready before Capcom Cup. I don't know if this is unprofessionalism on Capcom's end. Maybe they're having some issues on the developmental side. Maybe they're choosing to take this slower approach. Maybe they're still collecting data. Who the fuck knows? I don't think anybody actually cares about Akuma right now. And it's sad to say that. Who really cares about Street Fighter 6? Besides the people that are just trying to get the check. And it's obviously the usual faces until they hit the big circuit and then they lose. You know? Like, it's the truth. You see the same.
They make the videos. They go out for tournament. They lose.
Like, it's always the same faces. They win the online tournaments, whatever. They're streaming, whatever, blah blah blah. They go to the big ones, they lose. You know.
What you're saying right now is very rude.
It's just the reality, you know. And there are some players who are winning, you know. Shouts out to MNRD, one of the greatest.
Well, here's the thing: you've got thousands of competitors. There can only be a handful of winners. So that's just the reality. That's just the numbers, the raw numbers of it all.
Yeah.
Any final thoughts for our viewers?
Actually, yes, I do have some final thoughts here.
All right, good night, everybody.
I have a message here.
Yes.
I want you to send this message to your little streamer friend.
Oh. Yes.
Who made some
Mr. AngryChair.
Remarks. Yes, Mr. AngryChair.
He told you to suck his dick.
Yeah.
He didn't like your Kezu. He didn't like your comment about Kezu in our Monster Hunter video. He said you have shit taste.
Yeah, but I have a shit taste and everything. Let me tell you something, you little fucking piece of shit. If you ever fucking speak to me that way, fuck you and that little fucking piece of shit monster. I hope they take that shit out now. That monster fucking sucks. You know how many times I defeat that monster? That shit is fucking trash. That's why I'm saying that I want that monster. That shit is fucking trash. I beat that monster with hammer all the fucking time. I parry that shit. I block him. I kill him. That shit is fucking trash. Take that monster out. You fucking suck. That monster's a giant fucking cock. It's a giant phallus. You're a piece of shit, Mr. AngryChair. Fuck you. Don't you ever fucking talk to me that way. I'll fucking wreck you. And if you don't believe me, you put this on the record. If he doesn't believe me, let him pick the Monster Hunter game. And we'll play it together. Me and him.
What is this? PvP?
Yeah, PvP. He shows me how good he is. Show me how good he is.
He's pretty good. He's better than me,
He's
that's for
good,
sure.
Is he? He's better than I was better than you. What the fuck are you
You're
telling
not better
me
than me.
now? I was better than you. I'm playing Hammer.
Oh god. This beef is official now. This is official beef on
It's
TSB.
blasphemy now. It's a blasphemy now.
The audience has to pick sides.
This fucking piece of shit.
Oh
This
my
fucking
God.
guy here. Fuck him. Fuck you and your dragon. Your dragon fucking sucks.
He's not even a dragon. That's the funny part. You keep saying dragon.
What is it? He's a fucking cock. He's a giant cock.
He's
That's
the
what he
big-
is.
He's the big pee-pee monster, dude.
He's a dick dragon. He's a giant cock. Fuck that dragon.
We'll let Capcom decide whose side are they choosing, yours or his. Will they add Kazu to Wilds? My guess is no, but we'll see, I guess.
The monster fucking sucks.
Good night, everybody. My head hurts from laughing. Oh, God. Good night, everybody. You want to say good night? No?
Good night, guys. Good night, guys. Guys, we love you. We love
Okay.
everybody. But fuck you to that other guy.
I'm going to play this. Since he's not here, I'm going to play this for him.
Oh, brother, this guy stinks!
Thanks. Where's my punk, man? Play my punk. Where's my
Alright,
punk?
we're leaving on Punk. Here we go.
Learn some footsies, motherfucker! Fuck out of here! That random shit, bro!